Alright, so what you're going to need for this is a magazine and some scissors, a pencil or a pen, and the piece of metal that you're going to emboss. We have a choice of like a bronze and a silver one. It doesn't matter which one you choose. They're all going to end up, they're all going to get covered with the black ink, and then we're going to scratch off the black ink. It feels to me like the silver is just a little bit thinner than the bronze one. So if you have some smaller designs on your heart that you feel like, maybe I don't know how this is going to come out, it's kind of small, I would go with the silver. Okay? So let's go ahead and do the embossing. What you're going to need is to cut out your rectangle where you only have the heart. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, you don't want to ruin the rest of the picture because you still have to look at the rest of your picture to do the outside design on the black paper. So very carefully, you are going to cut out that rectangle. And you are going to end up with only your heart design. So this one stays safe in your sketchbook. I'm going to put that to the side. And then we are going to put the magazine first. Then the metal. It doesn't matter which side. Either side is fine. And then the heart on top. If you feel like you need to tape it, like you can, but just be careful. Like if you tape it up here, you're gonna have to undo the tape to trace that area. I mean, honestly, you don't really need to, but just make sure that the paper and the metal sheet match. And then you are going to start pressing hard on this whole design. Like so. Now, because you are embossing on metal, obviously, once you draw it, once you trace it, you can't undo it. So just be careful. So I'm tracing all of my shapes, all of my outlines. If you're going to do this with a pencil, I would not do it with a mechanical pencil, obviously, because then those leads are very, very thin. They're going to break really easily. Could you do that with a marker? Could you do this with a marker? No, right? The marker would be too soft. So a pen or a regular pencil work fine. Any questions so far? Okay, very good. So here is my trace design, and it is on the metal part. Okay, pretty cool, huh? Now, from here, you are going to decide which lines are going to recede or sunk in and which areas are going to pop up. So, for example, if I want my heart to pop up, what do I need to do? Yes. Very good. You guys are so smart. I'm going to flip it to the back. And now as far as the lines go, like the lines are already drawn, right? But if I go on the back and I push next to those lines, like right here, not on top of the line, but next to the line, then you flip it over, you're going to notice that that line is now even deeper. So this is just a matter of pushing in and, pumping up or whatever you want to call it. So this, to make the heart fluffier or, you know, sticking up, I'm going to get one of the tools that we have for embossing that is smooth. And then I'm going to push down on the heart. You could also do this with a smooth eraser. Like a pencil eraser, not like a square eraser. And do that. And when you turn it over, it's puffier. And then the more you do it, the puffier it's going to get. Now what if I were to do this with just the pen? Could I do it with the pen? It's going to end up looking like it has a bunch of lines on this side, right? Now if I wanted to do like a little reflection looking thing on the corner or something like that, then yeah, I could do it with the pen. It shows up like that. Okay? So now you just have, like I said, you have to decide what you want to push up and what you want to push down. If I want these little flames again to be pushed up, then I'm going to go on the back. And if this is too big, where's the other one? If this is too big or too thick, then I'll probably go with this point right here and then push that down. And what I like about this one is it gives you lines because it's a point. It gives you this little looking lines, like it gives it texture. So let me do a few more. Again, you don't want to push in the outlines. You're only pushing in the area inside the lines. So here's another one. So you have to constantly be flipping it, you know, upside down to check that you're getting the effect that you actually want. So here's that one. And the other one. And so on. So now that you see how it works, look at your sketch and make sure that what you have on your sketch, it's actually going to work. Like if you have very tiny stuff, it won't work. Like this circle right here. I might need to push it in with just the tip of the pen because it's so small. But like, it's really hard. I kind of lost the shape already. Do you notice that? So be careful with very small things. That's why I've been, those of you that have brought a small sketch, I've been telling you to change it to something bigger. Questions about how to do this? Okay, so we're going to work on just tracing the heart onto the metal sheet and embossing it. And we'll do the oil pastel. I'll explain the oil pastel on a different day. All right, very good.